She ran through the night barefoot and screaming, a gated beach community, doors locked, faces hidden, and then silence. No one came for her, not that night, not for a long, long time. Her name was Shannan Gilbert, and her final moments would uncover something horrifying, a secret buried beneath the sand dunes of Long Island for years. The Gilgo Beach serial killings. It's April 30th, 2010. Shannan, a 24-year-old aspiring singer from Jersey City, takes a late-night trip to a client's home in Oak Beach, Long Island. It's a quiet, affluent neighborhood behind gates and whispers. She's with her driver, Michael Pack, who waits outside as she enters the house of Joseph Brewer, a middle-aged man who hired her through Craigslist. What happens next? No one can fully explain. Shannan becomes agitated, paranoid. She's convinced someone is trying to hurt her. She runs out of the house, refusing to get back in the car with her driver. Then, at 4:51 a.m., she calls 911. The call lasts 23 minutes. Her voice trembles with fear. "They're trying to kill me. Please, they're after me." But the dispatcher can't pinpoint her location. Shannan flees into the night, banging on doors, begging for help. One resident, an elderly man, opens the door. She hides behind a couch, whispering, panicked. But when he steps away, she bolts again. Then she disappears into the darkness, into the marshland. No one hears from her again. Her family reports her missing immediately. The police are dismissive. She's an escort, they note. A grown adult. Maybe she just ran off. But Shannan's mother, Mari Gilbert, refuses to believe that. She knew her daughter. She knew something terrible happened that night, and she was right. In December 2010, 7 months after Shannan vanished, police begin a routine search in the Oak Beach area. But instead of finding Shannan, they stumble upon a burlap sack along Ocean Parkway. Inside it, the skeletal remains of another woman. A week later, they find another body, then another, and another. 4 women in total, all young, all escorts. All wrapped in burlap, their remains placed just yards from one another in the brush along the highway. These were not accidental deaths. This was methodical, calculated. This was the work of a serial killer. As winter turns to spring, more remains are discovered, bringing the total number of victims to 10. A toddler, dismembered torso, even a man dressed in women's clothing. Some victims remain unidentified to this day. Media dubs the killer the Long Island serial killer, or LISK. Speculation spreads like wildfire. Could it be a local cop? A doctor? Someone with knowledge of the area and how to hide bodies in it? But with so many remains, so few clues, and no DNA hits, police are stuck, and Shannan still missing. December 13th, 2011, exactly 1 year after the first discovery, police find Shannan Gilbert's body, just a few hundred yards from where she was last seen. But her case doesn't fit. She wasn't wrapped in burlap. She wasn't bound. She was face down in a marsh. Authorities claim she drowned high on medication, disoriented, and possibly hallucinating. But her family doesn't buy it. Not for a second. Mari Gilbert launches a war for answers. She hires an independent medical examiner who suggests Shannan may have been strangled. Her larynx was damaged. Her body placement was odd. Mari goes on TV, files lawsuits, and refuses to let the case be buried. But tragically, the weight of this fight would take a brutal toll. In 2016, Mari is stabbed to death by another of her daughters, Sarah, suffering from schizophrenia. Shannan's greatest defender is silenced, but the truth still lingers. Years pass, leads grow cold. Then, in 2022, police quietly form a special task force reinvestigating the Gilgo Beach murders with fresh technology and determination. By July 2023, they have a name: Rex Heuermann, a married father of 2, a New York City architect. Living just 20 minutes from Gilgo Beach, burner phones, fake email accounts, DNA on a pizza crust haul linking to the murders of 3 of the Gilgo 4. He's arrested and charged, a monster hiding in plain sight. But what about Shannan? Police insist her death was unrelated, but most believe otherwise. Would Rex have ever been caught if Shannan hadn't run? Shannan was never supposed to be a hero. She was just a girl trying to survive. But her desperate 911 call, her frantic run through the neighborhood, and her mother's relentless fight unearthed a serial killer's graveyard. She didn't live to see the case blown wide open. But without her, it never would have been. Today, people still debate. Was she Liska's first victim, or simply the woman who brought his crimes into the light? Either way, she is the reason 10 other voices were finally heard, and that is legacy enough. Sometimes justice comes too late. Sometimes it comes because of one cry in the dark. A cry that echoed through marshland and into history. If this story moved you, subscribe for more cinematic true crime documentaries. We tell the stories that deserve to be heard. Without hype, without judgment, with heart. And to Shannan Gilbert, we remember you.